right. Shagdog Spitter Swallow Beer Review. I am not sure how my crap changed there, but there we go. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Ooh, we're doing Goose Island. You can't see that because of the green screen, but yeah, it's kind of green like that. Goose Island's IPA. Beer Advocate gives this one a, if I can find it, 84. According to them, it's not an IPA. Well, it's IPA, but it's an English IPA. So English, not an American IPA or West Coast or anything. It's English IPA. 5.9% ABV. Our Indian Pale Ale recalls a time when ale shipped from England to India were highly hopped to preserve their distinct taste during the long journey. The result is a hop lover's dream with a fruity aroma set off by a dry malt middle and long hop finish. And geese don't hop, but these geese do. Yeah, so it's an English IPA. We should see how that goes. Let's get into it. Sorry it took so long to get back. I had to move a few things around. And yeah, I don't know what year Goose Island was bought out by InBev, Anheuser-Busch, but yeah, that did happen. If you drink Goose Island, didn't know that. Yeah, it's owned by InBev, Anheuser-Busch. I don't know what year that happened. Probably in the mid-teens of the 2015, 16. I don't know, somewhere around there. And that's probably why it's sold as a single like this at convenience stores, just like the previous one that was owned by InBev. Now, me and Jammer did do some Goose Islands way back in the day, and some of them weren't too bad. I don't know if that was before, Anheuser-Busch, InBev bought them out. I mean, they got a lot of beers, but I haven't seen, I never saw that many in Florida. They're probably mostly sold in the Chicago area. That's where the brewery is. I'm assuming they still brew it in Chicago. I don't remember. I'm breezing through some of the names. I don't remember. Maybe Switchboard IPA sounds familiar. We did a couple by them back in the day, but I haven't seen. This is the only one I ever see anymore by these guys. So, I mean, they got a Schwartz beer. It's just called Schwartz. No picture. So, restrictor, pocket full of something. I don't recognize any of the names. IPA now. I don't recognize any names. So anyhow, yeah, it's an English style IPA, which is the original IPA when England used to ship their beer to India or wherever that was far away, and they just, to preserve it, because back then you didn't have refrigeration, they just hopped it up, So there you go. Look is a pretty dark golden, I guess. Dark gold, maybe a hint of amber in there. Head is, it's still lingering there. It's less than a pinky though, but yeah, it's lingering. I still got a little bit in the can. Let's try to get more in there. I still have a little bit. Sorry you can't see that can. I am the Mother Goose of beers, at least today. And yeah, all right, let's give it a sniffy. It looks all right. It doesn't look bad at all, actually. I mean, I don't recall. I probably did have this maybe before InBev bought them back. I don't know what year they were bought out by InBev. If you know, let me know. Comment. I'd say 2014 or 15, maybe. And me and Jammer started doing beer reviews 2011, so we might have done it before then, if that's the case. If not, we've always done the InBev version. Which really, if it's still brewed at the original brew place, brew pub, brew house, whatever it is, brewery in Chicago, it should still have the same technique, but it might have been cheapened up a little bit with Anheuser-Busch being owned by a corporation. Corporations just love to cheap stuff up. Got to make that profit. one way or the other. Yeah, so it looks good. The smell, I do get like a, not any overwhelming smells, but it does have a little bit of a hoppy. I'm really not picking up a lot. A light pine, a light citrus, a light sweetness to it. I'm not really picking up a whole lot though. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah. Kind of like the pernicious. Doesn't taste like that at all, but it's smooth. And there's a lot of stuff up front, actually. Then it smooths out and gets a little clearer in the back. Let me try that again. Yeah, well, it does hang out in the back. A little bit of an aftertaste, and it kind of fades away. Yeah, it does have like a light piney, a light grapefruit, a little bit of a grass hoppiness in the finish, a little bit of a crisp finish, dry finish, but just a little bit. Not bad. I mean, really, but most of the flavor I think is really in the front to the middle. Then it kind of smooths out in the back end a little bit. Not overly hoppy, even though they said, where the hell is it? I think the IBA or IBUs 55. Yeah, not overly. We've done some that are like 70s and 80s IBUs, so not bad. It's a very drinkable IPA, I would say, an English IPA too. So even though it's made in America, so it's not a real English IPA, but English IPA style, which basically they don't overhop their IPAs as much as a lot of American breweries. So, although I haven't had too many English IPAs actually made in England, so that's another, probably done a handful, maybe like one hand. I'd say 3 or 4 English IPAs at the most, if that. Real from England, yeah. It's not bad though. I like it. Yeah, shout out to all of our fans though, Jammer fan, all the new subscribers. I mean, thank God those guys got in there, started commenting, shared something on our Twitter account, because we did get some haters join us, but apparently we got some subscribers out of it too. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Matter of fact, was that the day Jammer did beer reviews on the 8th? Yeah, we really got a lot of views that day too. So we're doing pretty good. We got Lucky Luke. I don't know what Lucky Luke prospecting. Oh, that was 11 days ago. Yeah, I remember I giving him a shout out. He was on there one day. Scott Christensen. Airborne. So anybody that's airborne. I was in the Army, but I wasn't airborne. So, but anybody that was airborne, 82nd at that, you get a shout out. My oldest brother, half brother, was Special Forces, airborne. Then he went Special Forces. I forget what Special Forces he was in. 7th, 10th Special Forces Group, something like that. Yeah, he was in the military for quite a few years, I guess. Before I was. Yeah. And anyhow, shout out. Thanks for your service. But we're up to big, huge thanks for commenting. Let me look at that comment real quick. I want to reply to you. That was 3 days ago. Sorry I'm so late commenting to you, but let's give Big Huge a big comment. All right, what can we say? Thanks. There we go. Big Huge for the big comment here and watching. I'll say that for watching and the big cheers. All right, there you go, Big Huge. Thanks for watching. There you go, Big Huge. Hey, we get one comment a week. That's fine with me. That's less comments I got to reply to. All right. Now I want to see. We got a couple of new subscribers, about 4, so that's cool. Let's get back to the beer, though, right? You know what I should do? This is what I'm going to do with this beer review right now. Live, we're live. Forgive the noise here for a second. Hopefully my internet's going okay. All right, there you go, brother. I'm going to share this to my regular Facebook with the link to YouTube, so that will get us some more views. Just people from, it won't be that many from my Facebook page. Let's see if Jammer replied to me there. I usually share it to my, or if I even go live on my Facebook, I delete it later because I just don't like it lingering there. Let's see, where the hell's the paste? Oh, you're kidding me. So it disappeared, huh? Let's go back to YouTube. Forgive me for delaying 1 second. I'm going to get the YouTube back up, copy the link again, and then I'll be back to the beer here in a second. Hold on. I guess I got to wait till the whole video loads. I copied the link. There we go. All right, so that's shared to my personal Facebook. In case any of my friends or family want to watch me drink this delicious Goose Island. And as you can see, the can is whatever. Now, yes, I still have hair in my old age. It's slowly but surely receding back, though. But we'll get there. And I got a bald spot back here. Here, go ahead and look at it. I don't care. Eventually, they're going to meet. It really ain't that far to go. If you figure like there to there, it's really that far to go. About that far. And that's when I'll have the cool horseshoe hair around my head. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to let that crap grow. I'm going to have a horseshoe and let that shit grow to almost shoulder length. You know, kind of have like a, what would you call that? It wouldn't be like a mullet. I mean, it'd be kind of like a mullet, but it'd be like a half mullet. I don't even know what to call that. Let me know. Comments, please. Thanks for anybody on Facebook watching on my personal channel, because I just sent the link on there. What the heck? I get 1 or 2 extra viewers to watch the video on YouTube, because you'd have to go to YouTube to watch it. That helps me out. Subscribe, comment, like. Yes. The beer review is going good. We're doing Goose Island IPA. Sorry about that. The green screen can't see it. There's a goose, almost like a thumb. Actually, yeah, it is like a thumb, like goose. Yeah. Goose, Top Gun. Yeah, he died. Goose's son is in the new Top Gun, right? Why? Come on. What's the chances? What is the percentage of someone who's a pilot in the Air Force that gets killed while they're doing this Top Gun thing, that their son goes into it. I just don't want to let me know what the percentages are. Look it up, Google it, check on AI, whatever. Now, if it's a high percentage, I'm going to like, okay, then that's believable. But I don't think it's going to be. And end up with somebody who flew with his father. Oh, boy. It's too bad that Val Kilmer, with his situation he's in, he couldn't play the bigger part in the movie. Also, Tim Robbins. Where was Tim Robbins? Or the other guy that was Val Kilmer's fly buddy. I don't think he was in there either, right? Yeah. They should have had Tim Robbins and him, especially Tim Robbins. Come on. Could have had him as some old crazy, like drunk vet, like Tom Cruise keeps in touch with him still to see how he's doing. He's like a homeless vet. That would have been good. Tim Robbins, I think, would play a great homeless vet. Yeah, not a bad beer, but there is a little tint and a hint and a tincture and a pincher of badness in there. And that might be the quality control because they're owned by InBev, Anheuser-Busch. It's not bad. I want to give it probably what Beer Advocate gave it is a, what the heck did they give it? 84. What's that, like a B? Overall, it's a very easy drinking IPA. I mean, it's an English IPA, so they're usually a little smoother, less hopped up than American IPAs. So it's a little bit more drinkable. Of course, some people who don't drink IPAs probably wouldn't like this. Probably still too hoppy. I find it all right. I could probably drink a couple. Would I sit there and drink a? Oh God! Oh, look at that Goose Island, Goose IPA, Goose Island IPA, whatever the heck they call it. A 6-pack. Oh, I got to get that. No, I'll probably only buy it if I maybe a year, 2, 3, 4 years from now as a single to do another review. That's pretty much about it. Matter of fact, I don't even drink anymore. I drink only when I do beer reviews. So once a week. If I'm by myself, I might do 3, 4 beer reviews once every other week. If I do a beer review with Jammer, I might do 5 or 6. That's about it. I don't go out to drink once in a blue moon, maybe once a year, twice a year. I might drink at a restaurant, a beer or two. I haven't been to a bar since, I'd have to say July. May, June, or July of 2021 was the last time I was at a bar. So I haven't been to a bar unless you're counting a restaurant bar. I did go to a restaurant bar like back in December, when I was visiting Florida. So it's a restaurant right next to my hotel. So, but I think that was one night. Yeah. Not bad. Pretty good IPA though. I mean, it's an English style IPA. It's a little smoother than the American one. So, I mean, if you never had it before and you like IPAs, but not the overwhelming IPAs, this is a pretty good one. I mean, it's not overwhelming with the hops. I give it a try. I'm going to go ahead and grade it. I'd give it a in between a B- and a B. I'm just going to go ahead a B- and a swallow. There you go. Spitter swallow scale drinkability. A swallow. And for those of you who don't know the scale of drinkability for the Spitter swallow scale, if it's a good beer, swallow and a quarter. We call it a swarter. Swallow and a half. Oh, it's a really good beer. Swaff. We don't have a swallow and 3/4. It goes straight from swaff to a double swallow. Swallow and a quarter, and a swaff and a double swallow. Now, on the bad side of things, either gets a spit, a half a spit, or a double spit if it's really bad. I mean, but most times we don't. All beers are good. They vary in goodness. So there's only been few and far between. I probably only given about 4 or 5 spits out, maybe 6. And probably Jammer's only done maybe 2 or 3 at the most. So all beers are pretty much good. They just vary in goodness. And most of them are just straight up swallows, you know. I mean, there ain't too many. There's some beers, Swarter, Swaff, not too many double swallows. Once in the blue moon, you get a double swallow there, honey. Yeah, but this one's all right. Thanks to that one viewer watching. Hey, if you're going to share me on Twitter, just do it. Probably won't be because that was during the evening on a Wednesday night, so I don't think those people will be on right now this early. Jammer has to work tonight, so he probably won't be getting on. He's probably sleeping. Actually, he's probably up getting ready for work and leaving for work. The old Jamster. Yeah, time's a ticking. He's probably on his way to work right now. Let's see. Wow. Just reading a comment about my step cousin. Pretty much my cousin, about what he went through for many years before he passed away last month. Sorry about that. One of his daughters leaving a comment. Oh, well. Or a post about him, yeah. Yeah, my cousin had a step cousin. My mother was married to his great uncle at one time. It was my stepfather. My cousin, I don't know when the first time he started having heart issues, late 2010s, early 2010s. I know 2013 he definitely had an issue. Might have been the second time, so probably 2011, whatever. And then, about 7 years ago, I guess, according to his daughter, I didn't know how long ago it was. He had the LVAD. It's like a thing that goes on your heart, helps your heart pump. Because basically, without it, he probably would have died. And basically, it let him live 7 more years. And so, yeah, so he lasted a while with that thing, you know. So, got to have a lot of good memories with his kids, sister, nieces, nephews, his mother, cousins, grandkids. So he had a good time. And a lot of people don't, you know, pretty much on the verge of death, but you're not given 7 years and somewhat able to move around or do things. And he was able to do that with that device, basically. So sorry about that. Here's to you, David. Yeah. And shout out to my buddy Chaz. His padre passed away a couple days ago. So I'd never met his dad, but I've seen a lot of pictures of him on Facebook, and they seem very close. I know my buddy Chaz is going through a rough time right now. So I sent him a message the other night. It's kind of a personal message, and he called me right back right away. And we were able to chat for a few seconds because I was at work. I had to go back to work, but I think he'll be okay. He's got a good family, and he's strong, yeah. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll delete all that out. That shit doesn't need to be on my beer review, does it? Yeah. Anyhow, all right, beer. Man, I'm taking so long on these beer reviews. I need to get 12-ounce cans from now on and smoother beers that I'm able to chug. Chug. Yeah, so Spinner Swallow Beer Review. Make sure you comment, subscribe, like. Uh, you know, I wonder what I could do, like, because I could share screens on this thing. I probably could watch someone else's videos on YouTube, post them on here. We could all talk about it, whatever. Top 10, somebody's top 10. We could put it right here and comment on it, I believe, right? I don't know how they can stop us, right? Wow. What's going on right now? Well, it was 911 the other day. Let's look up some top 911 moments. I don't want to do that, though. That's depressing shit. Got anything else going on? September. Wake me up when September ends. I don't know. I think I might only do one more beer. I got a big can of something. I might just do that, drink half of it, and then just get off and do some karaoke. I'm quite bored. Yeah. What do you think? Karaoke? I wish I could do karaoke on here. That'd be awesome. I used to share my karaoke karaoke videos on Facebook. As I got older, I mean, my voice has never been good, but I realize I'm not as good as I used to be. But my good friend Kevin Dieter, God bless his soul, used to love it. Hey, when you put more karaoke videos, when are you going to share some more karaoke videos? He loved it. My stepbrother Bobby loved it. Not loved it, but I guess they liked it. Yeah. Yeah, let's chug this beer down. Let's get it. Thanks to all the viewers watching on Facebook, my YouTube itself, and my True Review Facebook page. Yeah, pretty damn good beer for an IPA, owned by InBev, but English IPA, not bad. Yeah, straight up B. I give it a straight up B, right? Something like that. A B and a swallow. There you go. I hope I didn't change the score. One thing I never recommend for kids, not kids, but adults even. I know adults have to make decisions. They got life-changing events and stuff like that, but you really need to think about the kids. If you're going to move out of state or move to a different area, and you lived in that area, say you have children, 2, 3, 4 kids, and say your kids are teenagers, whatever, anywhere ranging from 12 to 18 or whatever, and you take them and you move them to a new area, and now they go to adjust to a new school and stuff, you're taking away a lot from them. I'm very jealous when I go somewhere and I have a friend in one of the new areas I'm at, and they run into people they went to high school with, grade school, everything. I don't have that luxury. I'm like, I never felt that. Even when I go back to my hometown, since I've been gone from there since I was 15, besides 1 or 2 people, I don't even run into anybody I know. Matter of fact, somebody I might have known back then, I might walk by them because I don't recognize them because I haven't seen them since I was like 14, 15 years old. That's a possibility too. So I would recommend not doing that. Wait till your kids get out of high school, whatever, then do that stuff. Because it's pretty bad. I lived in the area until I was 15. Then I moved to a new area. And I'm the type of person that takes a long time to make friends. And luckily with my brother, especially my older brother, both my brothers actually, I usually made friends through them. I'm more of an introvert. yeah, whatever. I usually type of person just has one best friend. I might have a couple friends I hang out with, but there's usually just one of them that I hang out with all the time. I'm that type of person. And yeah, it's a rough upbringing for kids, moving them around and stuff. I really feel bad for like army brats or military brats or federal brats. I dated a girl who lived in, father worked for the feds, not military, but feds, certain agency. And she lived in Malaysia. She lived in Thailand. She lived in Washington State, Virginia. Where else? New Jersey. Kentucky. Missouri. All over the place. I don't think that's good, actually, for kids. Granted, you make a new friend, especially if you're a person who can make friends all the time easily. You got friends all over the place now. But for someone who's not like that, I mean, I look back, I lived in Florida for the past 25 years. I really only got one friend I could call on at any time. I do have a couple other ones that are acquaintances. A couple of them I might be able to call on, hey, can you help me out? And they would help me out, no problem. But I only have one friend that I hung out with pretty much the whole time I lived there almost. Of course, but yeah, it's just strange. Anyhow, what the fuck am I talking about? But at least everywhere I lived, and almost really every military unit I was into, I had one good friend. So shout out to all of them, man. I'll even call them out right now. Don't be offended on my other friends, because in New York I had a couple of friends, but my best friend for the most years, I guess, was Wesley. Until I moved, And then Pennsylvania, he's gone now, but Kevin, I lived there for like 3 years, something like that. 2.5 years. New Jersey when I was in the Army, Troy. Panama, probably Fernando, but we kind of parted ways a couple years ago because we don't have anyhow, don't want to talk about that. And then Texas, I really don't have any friends from Texas, actually. When I was only there for 11 months, and actually Fernando came there a couple months after I did, after we left Panama. So we're in the same base, different units, way across Fort Hood. He was on the way other side. So we hardly hung out, actually. Maybe got together like 4 times. Neither one of us had a car. So it's kind of hard to walk across Fort Hood or catch a cab, all the time. So a couple of weekends we hung out together. Went to Austin one time, hung out at the barracks, whatever. And he lived in a different environment than I did, because mine was pretty relaxed. But he was in the first cav, and I went over there, and they give people Article 15s. They had them mowing, like extra duty. They had them mowing the lawn with their Kevlar on, their rucksack, and a whole bunch of shit. I was like, what the that's like cruel. And inmates get treated better than that. That was crazy. My unit, you got extra duty. They'd have you sweeping and mopping floors, buffing floors. That's pretty much about it. I go over to the first cav area, and I saw this dude mowing the lawn with his Kevlar on and his rucksack, and I was like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, he's on extra duty. I'm like, man, that's fucking crazy. That was back in 95, 96. That is crazy. I hated Fort Hood. Ooh. And then you see all the problems they have over the last 10, 12 years. Yeah. Surprised that more of that didn't happen back in the day. Of course, we didn't have social media and stuff like that back then. So 35 minutes. Damn. Well, Shagdog, I probably should get off this one. I got a little cinnamon and nostalgic and a whole bunch of other things. That's what happens when you're built like a champ. Oh, I don't even work out. Look how damn good I look. I can't believe it. Don't work out. That's all from actual work. Of course, I still do have a little gut, but as far as shoulders, arms, I'm pretty good shape. Back. Probably the best shape I've been in years since the Army. I'd say so. Maybe since 2000, I forget what year it was, I was actually doing a workout regimen for a while. Although I wasn't in perfect shape, but I was in pretty good shape back then. That was probably when I was like 33, 34. Rugby. Yeah, I did the Bowflex. I bought a Bowflex. Actually, my ex wanted the Bowflex because she thought it'd be easy. She never used it. What a waste of money. But anyhow, I used it a lot at first for the first year or two. But it wasn't really good coming back. You know, you had like the bench press, you sit in a chair and you push it out. And if you put it on all the little things, got a little resistance there. Even though I said it was 210, it didn't really feel like 210. But coming back, it felt even lighter. So there's good going one way, not so good going the other way. So it really worked out. Shoulders really good and the back, but chest, arms, legs, only so much you could do with it. Yeah. But the back and shoulders exercises from the Bowflex were pretty good, actually. Then I did a P90X. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, I did do a P90X one time. I made it like 75 days or something like that, 70, 75 days. And then my ex's son wanted to do it with me. So I was like, man, I don't want to start this all over. I said, all right. I said, man, I'm almost there to the end. 90 days, P90X, right? 90 days, right? Yeah, I think it was about 72 days I was at. I was like, okay, I'll start over just for you, buddy. So I said, let me take a week off so I can get a week of recovery, and then we'll start from the beginning. So I took that week off. We started on the beginning. He lasted like the second week, maybe into the third week, and then he quit. So then I kept going, and then really ruined my groove. I think I quit after about 45 days, day 45, somewhere around there. And then I never did it again until like 2 years later. I tried to get into it, just couldn't get into it again. It was all right workout. I think it was over too much, actually. You don't need to work out every day. I mean, I don't even work out at all now. I mean, come on. Look at that shit. If I could take my shirt off right now, you'd see. Never forget. Didn't Biden say that a couple days ago? Never forget. Never forget. While he's in Alaska. Never forget. 3 times in a row he said that. That's what he tells himself every day. Okay, remember this. Never forget. Never forget. Never forget. By the time he says it the 3rd time, he forgets. Oh, boy. Yeah, I said it. Shagdog's Clear Swallow Beer Review. Let's close this one out. 40 minutes. I apologize. I gotta get these beer reviews down. I know most beer reviews should only take 10, 15 minutes. I like to talk, though. I like to hang out with people. And this is my hangout spot. Won't you be my neighbor and hang out with me? I might do one more beer. Okay, let's get it going. I got beers, chilling right now, so. We'll see you on the next one. Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Got beer dripping down my face.